Good morning, world. Seems like today's going to be a pretty good day. 9:30, that's a little late for a Saturday. Alright, let's get this day off to a great start. Let's have a good weekend. What? Today's Monday. Correct some on Monday? No, that's good. No. Oh my gosh. So much for a good weekend. No. Hey guys, I'm Chase Kilby, photographer for the Kirkwood Call, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to ask random people throughout the school their opinions on the upcoming no homework weekends. Some of you might be thinking, Chase, what are you talking about? There's not going to be any homework assigned on weekends anymore? Well, no, not exactly. Dr. Havener stated that there will be no homework assigned to students the weekend of February 16th and March 9th in order to help the mental health and well-being of both the students and staff. There's a few weekends coming up where they've said there's going to be no homework assigned. What's your opinion on no homework weekends?
I think that's an awesome idea. The idea of setting it up at the beginning of the school year, like next school year, and knowing, I would think once a month or once every other month would be an awesome idea. Teachers can plan and know that those are weekends in which the kids are free. Families can plan and know that those are weekends in which they have a little more freedom because, there's always sports and activities that kids do.
Yeah, it'll put a lot of stress off of kids in school and maybe bring more attention to sports and other things that they have interest in.
I love it. I think it's the best thing for kids, so it's always a good choice. When we're thinking about kids, and we're talking about 2 weekends.
Personally, I think that kids at Kirkwood have a lot of pressure, especially because it's such a good school, and a lot of them play a lot of different sports throughout the year. So I think giving us the weekends off to just kind of detox and get our feet back underneath us after a stressful week of school could really be a good thing and help kids just stay less stressed.
Well, I think it is a way to begin a conversation about a lack of balance. I think that we need to go further back, though, because focusing on homework, in a weird way, it's already too late as far as the stress. I think if we go back and think about, okay, what choices are we making as far as classes, as far as sports, as far as extracurriculars? I mean, all those are wonderful things, but you can't do everything.
Right.
I believe that the no homework weekends would be good for students because if students have like jobs and they'll get like backed up with work and stuff, it'll help them to finish up some late homework assignments and they won't be crammed.
If my kids were still in school, my opinion would be the administration staff at the school, I would support whatever opinion they would come to. If they think if it's a trial period for no homework, I'd be for it. Yeah, why not try it for a weekend, see what it's like.
I think the no homework weekends will be really helpful, and I'm glad that the school is taking a step to do that because a lot of my friends, and me included, have been really struggling sometimes over the weekends, and I think it's good to let teachers know that you don't have only one class, like you have homework from 7 different classes, so I think that it's a really good step for the school to do that.
What is your opinion on the no homework weekends?
Personnellement, à mon avis, je trouve que c'est une très bonne idée. Je sais que ce n'est pas une solution, mais c'est une bonne façon de commencer la conversation parmi les professeurs et les élèves de quel est le but, pourquoi avoir des devoirs. Est-ce qu'il faut avoir beaucoup de devoirs chaque soir? Est-ce qu'il faut avoir juste un peu de devoirs chaque soir? Est-ce qu'il y a des professeurs qui donnent de trop? Mais je vois que oui, c'est un grand problème parmi nos élèves parce qu'il y a ceux qui stressent beaucoup et ils veulent réussir, ils veulent faire parfaitement leur travail. Mais ça cause des ennuis, des problèmes de santé mentale. Et donc je suis pour un changement.
Wow, yeah, I don't speak French. So I also went out and I asked them if they ultimately thought that the weekends would help or hurt KHS students. Here's what they said.
Ultimately, I think it might hurt them because as the weekend goes on, kids might forget to put homework as a priority in their schedule and might have their schedules off balance.
I think ultimately it'll give the students a break. Students can manage their time a little differently. They may do homework on that weekend. Maybe that's the weekend they finish college apps. What I do know is, especially in my class, we have a lot of procrastinators. They put things off to the last minute, so maybe that gives them a time to get caught up. And I think in the long run, it might be good for teachers also.
Depends on, I guess, on how many. I would think that some kids would probably need homework on the weekends. So I think that it depends on where you're at in homework. As far as if you really need to catch up, I guess you'd have to have homework in order to pass your classes.
And maybe it would also make classroom time, the time on in the classroom, a higher quality. If we knew they couldn't do it outside of school, so what can we do here to make this higher quality learning at the moment?
Yeah.
I think it would really help because for me, I think homework is really like a controversial thing. Like for some classes, I think it really helps, but sometimes I think it's not necessary and teachers assign a lot of it. So maybe these weekends could have like giving us a balance with that. And I think that even though it's not no homework for like a really long time, I think it'll help give kids a breather.
I think it all depends on how you use them. If you use them to recharge, then that's going to be good.
Yeah.
If you use them in such a way that you come in, after the no homework weekend and you're exhausted, then that's not going to be good.
Right.
It's all up to what do you do and what do you practice. So I hope they're going to be used well.